What was your reaction when Keefe D was doing all these interviews over the years?
I just I just was shaking my head and I'm going, what? See, all he had to do because he was offered the immunity, all he had to do is shut up. All right. All he has to do is not say a word and they could never go after him unless they had some other outside information. Say, Suge Knight says I saw him in the car or something like that, but he has no credibility either. But that's a different story. Like I said, all he had to do is keep his mouth shut and he would have never got arrested on this case, I believe. Right? He was offered immunity. Once he broke the immunity and he start talking, and then they can use all that against him in court. And he writes a book. I mean, you interviewed him. Other people have interviewed him too. I've seen it all over YouTube, and I'm just like rubbing my head. I go, "What are you doing?" And then to make things worse, he moves to Vegas where it happened in Henderson, and, and he rubs it in their face, right? So what do you think they're gonna do? And you know, who has a lot to do with them going forward on the case is this guy that is Mike Dorsey. I don't know if you know who he is.
I heard
He
his
did
name. I don't know
he's a
much about him though.
he's a good dude, and I give him all the props in the world because he kept the pressure on Vegas, a homicide, to go forward with the case. He did a lot, and I give that guy some props for doing what he did. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he moved to Vegas. I know I did an interview with Chris Curl and he couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, come on, you trying to rub it in their face or what? I mean, he could go anywhere in the United States. He moves to where it happened, right? And then he starts running his mouth for years. So finally, hey, they had to do something, man. So,
From what you heard, right? What kind of information do you think they have on Keefe D?
well, again, I really feel that they're going to need me to put together all the stuff, what happened in Compton, after the Tupac murder. I'm the one that's going to tell about gang life, how they grew up. I'm going to tell them all about disrespect, respect. I'm going to go tell them all about this and put together the motive about the chain. And then they're going to take his, I don't know this. I'm just based on my experience. I just think they're going to take all his statements on YouTube and his book, and then they're going to let the jury decide. They really don't have that much more. There's no witnesses. The only witness they have is Suge Knight, and he has no credibility. He lies all the time. So I think that's really the only avenue they could take, unless they have some stuff that they didn't tell me, and they wouldn't tell me even if they did. So,
Speaking of Suge, how do you feel about him coming out saying that he won't testify against Keefe D?
well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because that's the way he grew up. He's not going to, in prison, he doesn't want to get that snitch jacket on him, let's say. But I mean, if you're going to blame anybody, you'd have to blame Suge. See, I mean, they grew up, him and Keefe D grew up playing football on the same team. And, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he looked at him and saw who he was, and he refused to come forward. Maybe this case could have been solved a long time ago if he would have done something. I mean, Tupac has family, right? They need, you know, closure, I would say. They want closure. And now they're finally getting it, but it's not because of Suge. To me, he's it's kind of selfish. Really, he's just thinking about himself when he could, he could have probably put an end to this a long time ago. But now over the years, he's given so many different stories and lies about everything. So he has no credibility now, even if they called him. I think I saw his recent interview on TMZ where, he's saying how Orlando is a good kid and he came and testified on his behalf. Well, I mean, I heard Mom James and there's Reggie Jr. say, hey, we heard that he paid him off to come testify for him. Thousands of dollars. And then, and he's saying he doesn't have anything against Keefe. I mean, that's bull crap, man. So this one lie after another comes out of that guy's mouth. So why would they call him as a witness now? I mean, the defense would have a field day. Didn't you say this and this and this, and now you're saying this and this? It's just not going to fly. And if he would have come forward at the very beginning and told the truth, We wouldn't be going through all this stuff right now.